As you can see, I'm in second gear and I've got cars in front of me and I've got pedestrians both sides of the road. I've got traffic lights, I've got somebody trying to cross the road on a walking stick. And so, do you see the work you do in the maneuver is then transcribed into driving in reality? I have to have complete control over the car, and this is what we're trying to transplant. So I'm going to go around this, I'm stopping at these pedestrian lights, which is excellent. So I've stopped and I pull my handbrake on, because if I get whacked from behind, I don't want to go barreling into these people. But I use my forward planning. I know they're about to change, flashing amber, nobody on it, I can go, and I'm going to go right at the roundabout. So mirrors indicate right, I'm in the right lane, I'm in first gear, and I've had to stop, which is no problem, and then out I come when it's clear. Now round I come, I'm going to tell that car I'm coming across the front of them by indicating left, and I'm checking on my left mirror. Now I'm off the roundabout and the lights are green, so I'm making progress. Now during your test you will be asked to do 10 minutes approximately of independent driving. Now what that means is you are going to be told to drive towards somewhere and follow the signs on the road. This is a very, very good discipline to take on board, because when you're driving for yourself, you will be driving and using signboards. So get used to using the signs on the road. On the road, the painted signs and the signboards at the side of the road telling you what's going on. So at this roundabout, I'm going out the first exit. The next mini roundabout, I'm going out the second exit, so I'm mirrors indicating I'm clear to go, and now I'm going to follow signs to Exeter. So I'm driving along and I'm looking for anything to tell me where Exeter is. This time it's on the road. It says Exeter in the right lane. So I'm coming up, I'm actually now in the wrong lane for Exeter, and I've got a car on my side, so there's nothing I can do about it. I've got my handbrake on, I'm doing a hill start, I'm getting my bike point, I'm holding the car on the bike point. I can't see past the van on my right, so because of that, I'm not going anywhere. And I'm just waiting for him. Now, when he goes, I'm going to have a look. I can go as well, and I'm indicating to my right to tell people I want to come across into the Exeter lane. So Exeter was on the road, painted on the road. So round we come, and I'm looking for any signs. There it says on the side of the road, Exeter A38 is that way. I'm coming down here, and on the road it says Exeter middle lane. Do you see how you're vectored into the correct carriageway as long as you're watching what's going on around you? Now I'm coming up to this set of red lights, which is excellent that I can stop, and I'm looking out of the window, and that sounds facetious but it's not, and I can see that Exeter is straight ahead, and the arrows on the road are telling me that I have to get into the left lane. If they wanted you in the right lane, they would put Exeter and an arrow in the right lane. So I know where I'm going here, and I'm following Exeter. The lights are red, but they've been red for a while, so I'm going into gear, checking around, checking my sides, and moving away. I'm coming across to the left, so I am checking down my left-hand side, because this is where a cyclist might try and push by you, particularly at these low speeds when we've got traffic lights after traffic lights. The cyclist can travel faster than you, so you're watching your left-hand side, because quite often they're not watching their right-hand side. And I'm at the traffic lights. I've put my handbrake on again in case I get romped from behind. I'm not going to go barreling into the junction. I'm looking around me, I'm being aware of what's going on. The cars are still coming round from my right, so I'm okay. Now they've stopped coming from my right, so I'm going to start getting ready. And there we go, the amber light goes, my handbrake comes off, and we're away. I've been checking both sides of my car again because I might have picked up a cyclist or somebody on a scooter on the right hand side, or a motorbike or anything like that. I'm also scanning all the time for pedestrians and anything like your hazard perception video, anything going on that I need to be aware of. So I'm scanning both pavements. We've got green lights ahead, we're following Exeter, we've not been told any other distance from Exeter, so we continue to proceed in the most obvious way, straight. If they want us to turn off this road, there will be a signboard and an arrow telling us where to go, and probably telling us which lane to get into. Once again we're in traffic, and you can see once again how this real close control of the vehicle is needed. This is what you are delivering and what your examiner will be assessing when you're doing the manoeuvres. This close control over the vehicle and the heightened observation, yeah, that you're aware of what's going on in front of you, by your sides of you and behind you. And we're still following Exeter because there's no other signs to tell us otherwise. The arrows on the road telling us to get in, and as you can see it just becomes one carriageway from two. This is a 30-mile-an-hour road, street lights both sides of the road in an urban area, so I've popped my car into third gear because if you put naught after each of the numbers on the gear shift, that's the speed that that gear is happiest with, and then I can manage the speed from there. I'm slowing down even further because of the pedestrian lights, so I'm into second, and then I'm pushing into first because I'm down below 10 miles an hour. Right, so once again we're driving along here. Exeter, Wellington, the M5 is straight on, but I don't want to go straight anymore. I'm going to follow the signs to Minehead. So that's right at the roundabout. So immediately mirrors indicate, gear change into second. I'm in the right lane, so I'm in the correct lane. So we're coming in and we're looking for our gap, and there we have. I'm coming in nice and slowly, I can take my decision, and I've been able to bring the car out in second gear. Left indicator, checking my left mirror because I'm crossing that carriageway, and then I'm on my way again. What's the speed of this road? I'm not told, but I am told that the street lights both sides of the road, and I'm driving through a housing estate, so that's an urban area, so it's 30 miles an hour by default.